Hello YouTube, this is Footy Fraternity and you are watching my prediction on Manchester City versus Arsenal tomorrow 8 PM live at the Etihad. And I have to say, I'm very excited for this game. I'm sure maybe not all football fans, but all English fans are probably very excited for this game. And it's between the two top teams in the league, as we all know. Arsenal, who have been having a great season, 5 points clear of City, who have 2 games in hand over them, and if they win both, they go top. It's looking pretty bad for Arsenal fans, especially given their last few results. Draw to Southampton, draw to West Ham, draw to Liverpool, not looking great. City, however, on the up and up as they are, in the FA Cup final, on for a treble, in fact, through the Champions League, and obviously their title race in the Prem, which I mostly feel will be decided tomorrow after this game. Obviously, we all know that these are two very strong teams. They're both having very good seasons. City, kind of an average season for them at the moment. They could be top, in my opinion, but they've already beaten Arsenal once this season, and I feel like they might be able to do it again. I'm hoping they don't, because I don't want City to win a treble. Even as a United fan, it may be annoying to see Arsenal win the Prem. Their fans will be annoying, to say the least, but they've been at the top for so long. If they were to drop off and City win a treble, that would just be horrific for a lot of people. So, I'm pretty torn between who I want to win, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to I want Arsenal to win, because Man United fans just can't have City winning a treble, especially if it involves the Champions League. So yeah. Between these two teams, we both know they have great players. For Arsenal, they have Saka, Odegaard, Jesus, Martinelli, Gabriel, Saliba, their best centre-back this season in my opinion, unfortunately is out and probably going to be out for the rest of the season from what I've heard. However, can Rob Holding do a job, especially against Haaland, Grealish, De Bruyne, who are all, like I said, having great seasons? We'll just have to wait and see, because it's not looking great for them, to say the least. But City, the super team, not just a team of individuals like other super teams, these lot are a unit. And with Haaland at the front, securing goals for them, with De Bruyne's passes, Grealish's creativity, it's insane. We all know that. But do I think they're going to be able to win, or at least clutch out a draw? I'm hoping they don't, as we all know. But it's very, very unlikely they won't get at least a point here, especially at their stadium, in front of their fans, who I'm expecting to be as loud as possible, because this is the clutch. They are in the clutch. So we will have to just wait and see. But looking at the facts, it looks like City are going to win. They beat Arsenal at the Emirates earlier this season. They haven't stopped this season. Maybe hit a bit of a grey patch where they were getting a few draws. That's about it. Haaland hasn't exactly stopped scoring, minimum 1 goal a game when he started. De Bruyne, in form, rotating with Bernardo Silva and Gundogan, both class midfielders, we all know. Grealish, who has hit a very good form late on in this season, in my opinion. I don't feel like he's been perfect for the whole season, but late on, especially what I'm saying is recently, he's been very, very good. Mahrez, hat-trick against Sheffield United in their last FA Cup game, which put them into the final. City are a dangerous squad. We all know this. There's not much to not expect from City, especially at this point. They're gone for the treble. And like I said, we're looking at the facts. Considering Arsenal haven't beat City in the Premier League in 8 years, since 2015, where they beat them twice in the same season in the league, they haven't beaten City. There's been some embarrassing losses, some very heavy ones, and to say the least, City are definitely probably going to be favourites going into this match, with form, stats from past seasons, players, because I personally think City has a better squad than Arsenal, especially with Arsenal being hit with a Saliba injury. They also don't have Tomiyasu, although they have Ben White, who I think is better than Tomiyasu, and has been better than Tomiyasu at right back this season. Still though, they don't have a great amount of options, whereas like I said, Pep, City, super team, all one mind essentially, playing as a unit. Down to who I think is going to win it, my actual prediction is probably going to be a 2-0 City, maybe a 2-1 if Arsenal can push back late on, but I'm not that confident in them. And personally, if I was to have an ideal win, it would be a 1-0 Arsenal, because I don't need them to dominate City and their fans to go crazy and get excited, because if they win, they're going to be excited regardless, because by then they're going to think, oh, league's ours. But if they win it tremendously, high scoreline, I'll never hear the end of it. A lot of people will never hear the end of it, and that is just annoying. So my ideal scoreline is 1-0 Arsenal, so they can maintain their title charge. It makes me sick saying that as a United fan, but bigger picture thing, really. So yeah, you've got to look at the bigger picture here. Would you rather City win a treble or have possibilities to win a treble and also win the Prem yet again? Or would you have Arsenal, who may have annoying fans but haven't won the Prem in ages, and honestly, with the players they have, because you wouldn't call their entire squad world class, at least before this season. Maybe this season there's a conversation to be had, but before this season, especially from last season, no one would call their players world class. Saka at most. Jesus maybe before he obviously joined Arsenal. At City, some people might consider him a very good player, but at City he never fully flourished, I'll say. In my opinion anyway, he never fully flourished. But he's been good for Arsenal this season, injured during the World Cup break, but he's come back. Even Eddie Nketiah has really stepped up for Arsenal. Obviously, when Jesus came back, the spot is his. But yeah, to say the difference between these two squads, on paper, there's quite a bit. But from this season, you can't say that City have been miles clear of Arsenal. They're not even top of the league, so I don't know what argument you really have. A lot of people think that City have gotten worse because Haaland's there, because they now have essentially a target man, but I don't personally agree with that, but that's a conversation for another day. 2-1 City is my actual prediction, because I do feel like they're going to win it. They're at home, haven't lost to Arsenal in 8 years. In my opinion, the better team, on better form. There's just so much going for City in this draw. Whereas Arsenal, coming off of worse form, many draws in games they should have been winning. Two teams at the bottom, two teams they played that are both at the bottom, and 2-0 leads dropped. It's not looking great for them going into it, but I know they're all going to have whatever fans they have there behind them, every fan at home behind them, so on and so forth, and I'm hoping that they can win it 1-0, just so they don't get too excited. And even that, I hope it's a scarce win, like not a 90th minute winner. That would be a bit too much. That would raise the ceiling of like hype a lot more. I hope it's like one bad goal, the players celebrate, and then the game's completely dead from there on out. Maybe a few more chances, but completely dead. Like no goals, no offsides, nothing. That would be my ideal, because I don't want to see either of these teams succeed in reality, but one of them probably has to win. And well, if they draw, there's still potential City could overtake Arsenal, especially if their morale drops any lower than it probably currently is. So a draw, in my opinion, isn't even ideal. Arsenal need to go 8 points clear, yet again, to have a great shot at the league. There's not that many games left, which makes this conversation crazy that City might pull it. But here's hoping. So there is my prediction for the match tomorrow. Arsenal versus Man City at the Etihad. Live on BT Sport, 8 p.m. I will be there no matter what. And I hope Arsenal can win. And if Arsenal don't win, City need to lose to Real Madrid in the Champions League. It's as simple as that. Obviously, Man U are going to win the FA Cup. Whether you think we are or not, we're going to win it, because that's my team and I'm going to back my team every day. And we'll see what happens tomorrow.